Let us turn to page 3 of this book, The Blaze of Non-Dual Bodhisattvas. And again, just for information, this book, and perhaps the administration here must have informed you that this book is your own copy. So it's your own copy, meaning that you can take it yourself. This book, they published by Tibet House, and is for this free distribution wherever the retreats happen. Retreats. The free distribution is happening because of the very kind two donors, Brother Elvin and Sister Christy. They're a couple, and they sponsored these books for the retreatants. So both of them very clearly indicated that wherever the retreats happen, so this book, to be distributed freely for the participants, not otherwise. Okay, so this is how this book comes to you. And some of you already who are into Dharma for many years, with the English dependent, meaning that to learn Dharma in English, for them, they have the experience. They know that this book is extremely valuable because this book contains. It's not like a ready-made book. It's developed over the last perhaps like 20 years, 21 years. And how it came into being was when I was translating for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, that I had the responsibility to the shorter text His Holiness gives teachings on, how to make sure that there are translations in English. Where there's no translation, I had to translate myself, which were already translated. I have to check that the translation, they are, in the best of the knowledge, they're accurate. And then in short, the short text on which His Holiness give teachings for the last like 10, 20 years, more than 15 years ago. So this is all what I compiled, all the translations available in my hand, compiled because these are very precious, the short texts for us. And then later on, so as I give teachings, then we see that there's some important texts. I also put them added. So that way, this is the outcome of many years of work where many hands are involved. Number one, the blessings of His Holiness, that His Holiness, the text which he picked up, and we put them here, compiled together. And then other things added, and many translators, many translators and many editors also involved. Many years of, in fact, when the Buddha taught all composite things impermanent, this book will tell us all composite things impermanent. Translate editors, one gone, the second one came, gone, third one came, gone. Like 4, 5, 6 editors involved in this because it took a long time. Okay. This is a very precious book, and let us all be very grateful to the two donors, Brother Elvin and Sister Christy, for their kind offering of the books for all the participants. Okay, good. With this in mind, we'll recite the. Okay, so let's turn to page 6 directly. We don't have much time. And then those of us who already know this mantra, they will sing this, and the others who have no clue about this mantra, don't worry, listen to us, and then you join us. So before I go through this, I like to, before we sing this, I will explain the meaning. Without knowing the meaning, it's just pointless. I see that there are many of you who are new to this. And the first, this is known as the essence of dependent origin mantra. And this mantra was the mantra which the Buddha taught in many places, particularly one place where the Buddha was in the heaven, when the Buddha was giving teachings to the god and goddesses. And then Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, he stood up and made prostration to Buddha and informing the Buddha that there are so many gods and goddesses who came here to learn from you, to learn how to accumulate enormous amount of merit, merit which will be within short span of time. And then Buddha taught this mantra. So this mantra is so precious, and Buddha suggests this, once you know this meaning in depth, for this, these 60 stanzas on emptiness, and bodhicitta, all these things, the deeper you know of these concepts, this mantra will make more sense to us. So, and once you know this meaning, then you recite this mantra, all these things will be activated within our mind. Compassion, wisdom of emptiness, the four seals, 6 professions, everything will be triggered. And then when you go on aeroplane, when you go by, you say by road, by train, by sea, you see from the aeroplane, you can see just millions of the human beings underneath you. You can see that the whole city is covered under you. And in the ocean, you see there are how many trillions of creatures are there in the ocean. When you go in the forest, how many trillions and trillions of creatures are there in the forest. Just say this mantra for them. This mantra is a teaching, very profound teaching. And it's not like you recite the mantra, some miracle will happen. No, don't expect this. If you know the meaning, then you'll realize that the Buddha has been extremely practical. It's not that you just expect some miracles. Buddha says a mantra and then something miracle happens. Don't expect this. A real miracle is the miracle of exploring your potential inside. The real miracle is a miracle of exploring your potential inside. When this beautiful Buddha nature becomes manifest, that is the greatest of the miracle. There's nothing more miracle than this. So, and let's know the meaning. It says Om, this syllable Om, they say it, you may recite it, you may add, you may not add. If you don't add it, there's no problem of deletion. If you want to add it, Om, this is a syllable which consists of 3 letters, A, U, Ma. And these 3 letters, they symbolize the impure body, speech and mind. A, impure body, U, impure speech, Ma, impure mind. Likewise, the pure body, speech and mind also. So, in other words, these 3, the letters symbolize the body, speech and mind, both pure and impure. So the meaning is that the body, speech and mind, for example, say, we say that, oh, I'm a sick person. Because my body, say, because, oh, I'm not a kind person. Because my mind, oh, I'm a very kind person. It's my mind. I'm the intelligent person. I'm not an intelligent person. I'm a lazy person. I'm a prompt person. I'm what? So whatever you describe yourself is all related to your mind. And physically, say, I'm sick, I'm not sick, I'm healthy, not healthy is related to your body. I'm old, I'm young, related to your body. And the mind, the mental qualities. And then what you speak, right? Somebody utters, then for example, like His Holiness speaks, there's such a tenderness there. Whereas some people, they give speech, it just arouses hatred in the people, hate speeches. So the speech, your body, and your mind constitute who you are. So that way, we see that, you want to experience the greatest of happiness, or greatest of the contentment, fulfillment, or with total fearlessness. You want to share this with everybody else. Again, it's about your own transformation. So here, syllable Om, think of that. This is a reminder for me. It's a reminder for me to transform my body, the impure body, speech, mind that I have, into a pure state of body, speech, mind, which is that of the enlightened ones. When you become enlightened, when you become a Buddha, next question is how? For this, the following lines. Yeda dharma hetu prabhava, ye dharma, ye, these, dharma, phenomena, hetu, cause, prabhava arise. These phenomena arise from causes. These phenomena arise from what? These phenomena? Phenomena of suffering and phenomena of happiness. The happiness we experience, or the ease that we experience, contentment, fulfillment, whatever you call it, or the phenomena of miseries, stress, anxiety, and bewilderment. All these, they arise from their respective causes. Hetu prabhava. Hetum tesham tathagato hyavatat. Hetum, the plural form of cause. Plural form of cause. Hetum tesham. Tesham is these. These again, these causes, particularly of the miseries, which we want to discard. The cause of miseries, particularly the cause of miseries. What are these? Tathagato hyavatat. Tathagato, the Buddha. Tathagato meaning the one who has gone to the ultimate. The one who has gone to the dustness, ultimate. This is one of the epithets of the Buddha. This is one of the epithets of the Buddha. Tathagato hyavatat. Hyavatat is the, again, thought. So what these causes are, the causes of miseries, which make us shed tears endlessly. So these causes, the causes which make us shed tears, miseries, stress, anxiety, anguish, anger, and so forth, what these causes are is taught by the Tathagata, the Buddha. Tesham jayo nirodha. Tesham is again, and these jayo is whatever of these causes, and nirodha is cessation, the cessation of whatever of these causes of miseries. Evam is thus vadi, taught, Mahashramana, the great seer. Whatever is these causes, the cessation of whatever these causes of the miseries is thus taught by the great seer, great saint. Saint here refers to the Buddha. Yes, Swaha. Yes, Swaha is, this is established. Okay, so the Buddha, when the Buddha said that what these causes of the miseries are is taught by the Buddha, and the cessation of these causes as well is taught by the Buddha, doesn't mean that I taught it. I, the Buddha, taught it. This is not the connotation. When you become a Buddha, you will teach this. When the previous Buddhas, they become Buddha, they taught this. So anyone who becomes a Buddha, who became Buddha, taught this. What are the causes of miseries and how to bring an end to the cause of miseries. Okay. So with this, the knowledge of the meaning of this mantra, we'll say this 3 times together. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham jayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava sham dathagato hyavatat tesham jayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham nathagato hyavatat tesham jayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Okay, we'll turn to page. We'll read the meaning of the mantra as well, which is just below that. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well is taught by the great seer. Rajinder, sound. Page 50. And we'll also learn that finally the happiness that we're seeking, fulfillment, contentment, ease that we are seeking. The secret of this is the unconditional love and compassion. For that matter, right from the beginning, day one of our retreat, let us generate this feeling of unconditional love. So, as you can see here, saying that the first verse, I'll explain this, and then the remaining two verses I'll explain maybe some other time. Find how best to benefit others, how best to help others. Okay, anyone? How best to help others? We talk about helping others. How best to help others? Anyone? Anyone? Quick. Huh? By helping ourselves. Good. Anyone else? Raise hands. Quick. How best to help others? If you have some other ideas, you share with us. If you have the same idea, no need to raise hands. Yes. By not bothering them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes. Meet them where they are. Okay, meet them where they are. Anyone else? How best to help others? By giving dharma. What do you mean by giving dharma? Giving teachings. In what way it helps? Huh? To teach them how to achieve happiness. Good, thank you. Anyone else? Yes. To help them reduce their suffering, what should you do? What should you do? How to reduce their suffering? Okay, Charlie? Be a Buddha. Okay, how does it help? How? We share the wisdom. How he become a Buddha, how she becomes a Buddha. You're getting it? Not only he, it's she, both. How he became a Buddha. He or she knows the wisdom, how to become a Buddha. So share this wisdom with others. How to become Buddha. Teach. What do you mean by share? Teach. So what Sherry Pema said, what Charlie said, they come to the same point. Anyone else? Anyone? Yes. By paying attention, right? So in what way it helps? In what way it helps? How does it help? Yes, I observe everybody, right? Okay, right? You do good, bad, doesn't matter. I'm observing you. Yes, I'm paying attention to you. Yeah. Whatever you do. I observe, right? You go into terrorism, I observe. I pay attention to you. How does it help? The girl over there. Okay, by understanding and know precisely what they need, and then give them what they need, right? If you precisely know that a child wants to play on the ground all the time, no studies, let them play. Huh? It's not that what they want, they need. This is the distinction this girl is making, right? So, see that what they need, not what they want. They want to play. They don't want to go to school. Don't trust they want. What they need to go to school, right? Help them. Wonderful. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I know how what do you think? I know. But I'm seeing you, right? So you're suffering. Yes, I know you're suffering. But you don't do anything. Yes, I know how you are seeing the world, right? So you don't help. You say, yes, I know what you see. So in fact, what I'm trying to do is that we find the ground. You're getting it? Okay, with all these things, what do you say? See if that this fulfilled, still the benefit is not happening. Right? Then you will see to add. Yes, over there. To give them chai and rice. But you cannot give. Nobody gives chai and rice to everybody. Even the Buddha did not do it. Even Ram could not do that. Still people did not get chai and rice. Try your best. Try your best. So what is most effective way to benefit others? Tell me. This question. You can benefit in small ways. But the most effective way. Yes.
Teach them how to find their own happiness.
To teach how to find their own happiness. To teach. Very good. Okay. How many of you met with teachers in your life? Raise hands. Since a small child, kindergarten till today. How many of you have met your teachers? Raise hands. Good. And a teacher, say physics teacher. You like average physics teacher or Albert Einstein is a physics teacher? Raise hands. Which do you prefer? Which teacher do you want? A teacher who is just average or really Albert Einstein level? So the Ajay is saying average teacher, right?
I might not understand Albert Einstein.
Huh?
I might not understand what he's Albert Einstein.
So say extremely skilled in teaching, plus with the knowledge of physics, that of the Albert Einstein's knowledge. Quick. Which should you prefer? Don't just say yeah. Yeah, I don't get any answer. Second one. Which second one? Iron's level with the incredible skill in teaching. You prefer that. Okay, which means in other words that say giving food to somebody, oh, this person is hell, I give food, every day I go to give food. Is better? Or teach the person how to get food himself herself, which is better? Teach the person how to go. One day you can become sick, one day you may disappear from the planet Earth. But this young man, young girl may be there for good. For good meaning that will last longer. And then once you're gone, the person will not get food. Whereas if you teach how to get the food, then even if you leave the world, this person will continue to get food. You're getting it this much wiser. So teaching, this is the best of the miracles. This is the best of the ways to benefit the beings. Okay, so for that, what we are saying here is page 50, I think. Yes, page 50. Saying, and the one who can teach the best, when you attain that skill to teach the best, in the best way, most effective way, you are referred to as the Buddha. You're getting it? The Buddha. So, in the process we have to study more. So meanwhile, I quickly want to explain this here. So, most of you talked about, I want to benefit others, I want to benefit others. What is the best way by we should benefit others? By teaching them how to be happy, how to get rid of all the miseries, how to be contented in their life, to how to have the meaningful contentment, not just contentment, right? Contentment, small child may complain, right? I'm already contented. Why are you disturbing my contentment? You are forcing me to go to school, right? So, a meaningful contentment. This child does not know the meaningful contentment. The child thinks that he or she is contented, but the contentment is not meaningful. Looking for meaningful contentment. So for that you can really teach how to be meaningfully contented in the most effective way of the contentment. So for that matter, the one thing is that it becomes like a journey. Can you do that now? At the moment, I cannot do that. So I should move from where I am now till that point when I can be of greatest benefit for others by being the best of the teachers in the universe. So who is that? When you become a Buddha, when you become the fully awakened one. Okay, so this long journey, because it's a long journey, say okay, how many you came from far away? From America, from Russia, Sweden, UK, okay, Brazil. I met you? I met him, I didn't meet. Okay, okay, no online, nothing. Okay, good. So, say, when you came, is your first time to India? Not seven time. And you? Very experienced. Anybody who came to India for the first time, recent? Yes, Sweden. Tell me, so you just did the booking and you just came? Or you have this sort of the help of somebody? Yes, yes. Then how did you come? You came with the help of somebody? By yourself? You inquired anybody? Huh? An airplane. Okay. Did you inquire about India? Did you inquire about India? What is India? Is it a safe place to go? Did you check it? Yes. You asked Google? Okay. Use the help of Google. Right? Use the help of the supported Google. So in other words, for you to undertake a journey, if it is the first time you're traveling, you have to seek the help of somebody who's used to that. And you relied on Google. Google must have visited India many times. Right? Yeah, so he relied on Google. So the point is that it says, I go for refuge to the triple gem. Number one, I seek the help of the triple gem. You getting it? I seek the help of Google. I seek the help of triple gem for this journey. Journey for me to be fully awakened, that I can be of greatest benefit to all the beings. And the journey involves two things. One, that the road should be clear of border, fallen trees and so forth. You agree? The road must be clear. In other words, road must be clear. How many agree with me? Road must be clear. Very good. Same. So the journey of enlightenment, the road is none other than your own mind. Your mind must be clear of the obstacles. What obstacles? The opposite of the enlightenment. Opposite of enlightenment is mental defilements, anger, attachment, craving, jealousy, fear, and so forth. All these mental defilements you have to clear as much as possible in order to undertake the journey towards enlightenment. So the second line, so how to do that? Best thing is confess the negativities, mental defilements, to the best you can. Second line says, I confess the negativities individually, which means you have cleared the road now. Now the road is very clear. But if the car does not have a fuel, again you cannot travel. So the car is none other than your own mind. Your mind is the car which travels to enlightenment. So this car should have the enough fuel of merit, enough fuel of virtues. And the best way by which to accumulate enormous amount of virtues and the merit is by rejoicing in the virtues of others. Third line says, I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. Now the road is clear and the car is enough fuel. What kind of journey? You are preparing for some journey. What kind of journey are you preparing? What kind of journey do you want to undertake? Journey of enlightenment. The fourth line says, I will hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. You getting it? Okay, let's say three times together to make sure that what we learn is of greatest benefit. You getting it? For example, like say you learn about, let's say, the reality and so forth, and you want to be very beneficial to others, that you want to teach this, just keep it to yourself, or to teach to as many people, as many beings as possible. Hey, to teach this to many as many. So that is determined by your compassion. If you have the compassion, whatever you have, you'll share. If you don't have the compassion, you know you will not share. You're getting it? Okay, let me give an example. Say that how many of you in your school days you were a little nervous about the exams? Raise hands. Sometimes too much, sometimes a little nervous. Raise hands. No nervousness. Who cares? Raise hands. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Sure. I need to check your classmates. Right? Okay. Some say those of us who have a little bit of nervousness, and what you do is that, say as a little boy or a little girl, you go to your father, and your father says, "Hey, my girl, my boy, study well. If you study well, I'm always there to help you." And then at one point there is your physics exam, right? Many of you who dislike physics, you may be so unhappy to hear this physics example all the time, right? Physics exam, and then you remember what your father told you. My father will help me. Now I need him to help me with my physics. You go to your dad and ask, "Dad, please help me. Now you promised to help me. I want to study more now. Help me." So what help you need? "My physics exam is knocking the door. You have to teach me further." The father said, "I'm very sorry. Unfortunately, I always failed in physics when I was in school." Do you think that your father can help you? Why he could not help you with your physics studies? Why? Because he's lacking the knowledge. How many agree with me, raise hands? Because he's lacking the knowledge. So therefore, if you really want to help, your knowledge should be thorough. Number one. Number two, the father said, "Never mind, but the next door neighbor is the physics professor, a renowned physics professor." You go and ask. You go there, knock on the door, and "Please teach me physics." And the professor, right, if it is Rapala, you are lucky. If not, they'll say $2,000 per hour. Hey, $2,000 per hour. Will you say yes or no? No way. It's very expensive, right? You go to your father. This is what he's saying. Even the professor of physics cannot help you. Why he could not help you? He's lacking what? He's lacking love, right? Your father will never ask you, if he knows physics, he will never ask you for 10,000, $2,000 per hour, right? He lacks love. When the love is missing, again the person cannot help you. So in order to really benefit the beings, your affection is the medium through which the benefits flow. Affection, compassion, this is so important. Then the next part is also equally important. Then the father said, "Don't worry, your mom, although she's not a professor in physics, but she was a topper in physics when she was in school. Although she adopted biology later on, but she was a topper in school all the time." And the mother comes, you jump, and the mother, "Please don't come close to me. I have a stomachache problem, diarrhea problem, loose motion problem," right? So what's her problem? She has the knowledge, she loves you, but she cannot help you. Why? She does not have the power to teach you. She does not have strength. She has physically she is feeling weak. So in order to benefit others so well, the best way by which to benefit others is by teaching. For that, you require three qualities: perfect love, perfect knowledge, and perfect power. These three qualities. Anybody who is endowed with these two qualities, you are referred to as the awakened one. You're getting it? The Buddha in Sanskrit. The Buddha. Buddha doesn't mean Buddhism. You're getting it? the fully awakened one. Anybody who is awakened with these three perfect qualities. What are they? Perfect knowledge, perfect love, and perfect power. Okay, so when you say the may I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings, in a way what you're saying is that may I become the perfect teacher who can guide all the beings with the help of the perfection in three qualities: perfect knowledge, perfect love, and perfect power. Okay, so let's recite this 3 times together to make sure that our time together, 1 week here together, will be of greatest meaning. Because finally, we have to see how to benefit ourselves and how to benefit your family members, how to benefit all others. For that matter, the benefit towards others and towards yourself is all determined by your compassion. So this is to cultivate a compassion. Let's do this together. I go for refuge in Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. All the beings, I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the amount of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the amount of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the amount of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the amount of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the amount of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwell Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the amount of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Okay. What we have learned by reciting these, what we've learned is that we need 3 perfect qualities to benefit the beings. What are these qualities? Perfect knowledge, perfect love, and perfect power. Very good. These 3 qualities required. And let's say that we talked about the seed of perfection within us this morning, the first session, seed of perfection, also known as Buddha nature. And if somebody feels that this word is Buddhistic, just replace the word Buddha nature with the seed of perfection. This is, in fact, the seed of Buddha, what we call Buddha nature, the seed of perfection, is not what the Buddha, okay, Buddha Shakyamuni, okay, here, His Holiness and the Buddha, this seed of perfection that we have, this is not invented by the Buddha. Don't forget it. This existed where the Buddha Shakyamuni, even before the Buddha Shakyamuni came into this earth, this seed is within us at all times. This is a reality which was true even before the Buddha Shakyamuni came into this earth. What did the Buddha do? The Buddha discovered this reality. You getting it? He did not invent it. He didn't say, okay, I'm the one who is who is deciding. Now you have the Buddha and you have the seed of perfection. I give you the seed of perfection. No, the Buddha just discovered it. You getting it? But who discovered the atoms? Hey, Dr. Nziragwala. Who discovered the atoms? The Greeks in a specific person? Huh? Who first coined the word atom? I have no clue. Okay, so let's say that the atom is not invented. Atoms were discovered. You're getting it? Atoms were discovered, not invented. Likewise, the Buddha nature. It is not invented by the Buddha Shakyamuni, it was discovered by the Buddha Shakyamuni. And that he discovered it not only in the Buddhist with everyone, whether you're believer, non-believer, male, female, everyone has this. Because of which the Buddha was so courageous to talk about, to fight against any form of discrimination. You getting it? Because of this, the Buddha became very courageous to stand against any form of discrimination, including gender discrimination, racial discrimination, or any form of discrimination. In the Buddha's eyes, everybody is equal. You getting it? And they say, I say that today's people, some of us are very too naive. We could not go back in time at the time of the Buddha when the male chauvinism was predominantly existent, predominantly the trend. So where the male female, say the male is special, the female no. So therefore there is a male chauvinism which was the predominant existing in those days, and the Buddha saw anybody who speak against this, your life will be in danger, because that these concepts, the male chauvinistic concepts, were taught in many of the religious traditions also. In fact, there was one particular religion where I'm not going to mention the religion, the particular religion. It was the founder. I profoundly admire this founder, really appreciate, really respect. And then I was in that shrine, and the teaching of that, the founder, is the equality. It's all about equality. And then the one time I saw the photograph of the main members of the board, administration board of that particular religion. I'm not going to mention their name. They were all males. About 200 of them, they're all males. And the person who was explaining me about the teaching of this particular, the founder was a female. And she was telling me that this teacher, the main teaching is the equality. And she was explaining to me, these are the board members of the main administration of the whole religion. They were all males. And I said, where's a male? Why females are missing? And she said that this rule that the members should all be male. I said, this is inequality. I totally disagree. This is inequality. We talk about equality, and this is inequality. On the highest level of the committee, male, females are missing. They're all males. Where is the equality there? This is total, the manifestation inequality. I said that, and of course, this is not created by the founder. This is created by the later people, the followers. Because during the founder, all the sophistications were missing. At the time of the Buddha, Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Tibetan Buddhism, Sakya, Kagyu, Nyingma, they're all missing. They were non-existent. At the time of Jesus Christ, Protestant, call it the Catholicism, what is that? Greek, the Russian Orthodox, they're all missing. They're all non-existent. They all came later. Sunni, Shia, they were all missing during the time of Prophet Muhammad. Shwetamkar, Digambar, Shwetamkar in Jainism, they're all missing at the time of Prophet Lord Mahavir. These are all later developments. So this inequality that's seen with all males, there's clear indication of male chauvinism. Male chauvinism. This is not the idea of that particular founder. It's not the idea. The founder is so courageous. Just hearing his biography would make you goosebumps on your body to see the courage of this. Talking about equality. So what I'm saying is that why the Buddha is so courageous to speak against. In those days, they say the Buddha so courageously admitted the female in the monastic order. Buddha so courageously included those regarded as the low caste. And the Buddha even made his own father, the king, to make prostration to the low caste like they considered a low-caste person, later to become a monk. Buddha instructed the king, his father, the king, to make prostration. It was totally unimaginable in those days. So this is what the Buddha did. So why the Buddha became so courageous to speak to that extent of revelation, this whole thing, is because he could see the Buddha nature within everyone. Whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. With this religion, that it doesn't matter. Everybody has the seed of perfection. So why in those days, the little boy known as the son, the prince, why is that boy considered very important? Why? Quick, anyone? Why this boy is considered very important in those days? Known as the prince, son of the king. Raise hands. Anyone? Quick. Yes. Because he was going to become the king in the future. Yes. And who's more important? The future king or the future Buddha? Tell me, who's more important? Future Buddha or the future king? This is not my question. My question, who's more important? Future Buddha or future king? Future Buddha is more important. Everybody can become everybody is the future Buddha. So therefore, everybody should be treated as more important than this prince. You're getting it? So therefore, this is why the Buddha remained very strong against any form of discrimination. Okay, so it's not that, oh, he's very strong and he fought against this. Don't just think in that sense. What is the philosophy behind him becoming very strong against gender discrimination, all forms of discrimination? Why? Because he could see something in all sentient beings, that we are all same in having the Buddha nature, seed of perfection. Okay. So for this, what we keep in mind is that if we have the seed of Buddha nature, why is it not visible? Why is it not visible? Hey, tell me, if the seed of Buddha nature within me, I don't see any Buddha nature. I don't see any. What is Buddha nature? Say where you experience total fearlessness and to infinite happiness. If these are two things, whose imprints I have, I don't see anything there within me. So, if these two things are there, why these two are not manifest within us? Why not? Why they are not manifest? Anyone? Yes, Sharipema. Now Sharipema is expert in this. You getting it? Right? Okay, because they're obscured. It is like gold, right? These are the foundations we need to have. If you don't have these foundations, then the study of 60 stanzas will make no sense to us. Okay, say like gold. Each one of us, we have like 1 kg gold. 1 kg gold, each one of us. Buddha has 1 kg gold. His Holiness the Dalai has 1 kg gold. The Ram has 1 kg gold, Prophet Muhammad has 1 kg gold, and what? Jesus Christ has 1 kg gold, Bahula has 1 kg gold, everyone, you has 1 kg gold, you have 1 kg gold, everyone has 1 kg gold. But 1 kg gold of the Buddha and 1 kg gold of us, what's the difference? 1 kg gold of the Buddha is known as the pure gold. Don't forget it. Right? What's 24 karat gold? Hey, any idea? No idea. Oh, this is all like, the saints. No idea about gold. 24 karat gold. Okay, Charlie, do you have an idea? Charlie, what do you mean by 24 karat gold? 24 karat gold. Okay. Charlie, CEO of a company, doesn't have the idea. Okay, yes. Yes, it's the purest form of the gold. You getting it? So to say that the Buddha's gold, 1 kg gold, is the purest form of the gold. And our gold is pure, not pure. Not pure, because they are tainted by the defilements. You're getting it? They're tainted by they are mixed with mud. They're mixed with the mud. Because this is a mixture of mud, you look at the Buddha's gold, you see glowing. There's nothing glowing. You're getting it? Nothing glowing. So then but the Buddha is saying, you have a gold, you have a gold. Right? You say, no, I don't see any gold there, it's mud. Right? So then you are about to throw the mud. Throw the mud, Buddha will say, gold expert will say, don't throw this, there's gold there. Prove that there's a gold. So what will this gold expert do? Anyone, quick. Huh? Remove the mud. Remove the mud. Remove the mud. Gradually, as the mud is removed more, the gold inside will start to glow. You're getting it? Little glow happens, then you see, oh, there's a gold there. Right? Okay. So our job is to remove the mud. Remove the mud. What is that mud? This is metaphor for the mental defilements. Our job is to remove the mental defilements, so the gold inside us will become, when all the mental defilements are gone, then your gold, 1 kg gold becomes a pure gold, 24 karat gold. Right? It becomes a pure gold. Okay. So what is your next question? Huh? How to remove the gold? You're getting it? How to? No gold. How to remove the mud? How to remove the mental defilements? This is a good question. Okay. This is now the next part is going to be a very important question, right? Okay, some of you are already familiar with this question, but others, you have to be very serious with this question. Questions, we need to learn what questions to ask, precise questions. The next question is, let me say that, say your cloth, okay, let's say, this handkerchief. 5 years ago, it fell in the mud. And then, it becomes so dirty, muddy. Then I pick this up, wash it under the running water. It becomes so clean. But yesterday also it fell in the grease. What is grease? Oil to be used for lubricating the wheels, right? Okay, so this grease, it fell in the grease, and then remembering what happened 5 years ago, I washed it under running water, it becomes so clean. So what I do is that I wash it under the running water. It doesn't become clean. What happened? Something happened with the water. 5 years ago, this water is very powerful, it removed the dirt, it becomes so clean. Now yesterday it fell in the grease, I washed it in the same water, but something changed the water because of global warming, I don't know. Right? The water could not remove the dirt. TB, what's the problem with the water? Water changed the water?
No, it's the nature of the contamination of the.
What contaminated this? What defiled this cloth? It's different. Earlier it was a simple mud, and today it's a grease. So grease cannot be removed by the ordinary water. Ordinary mud can be removed by the water. So there's no change in water, but there's difference in the defilements. So to know what remedy to apply, we need to know the nature of the defilements. If you don't know the nature of the defilements, you will not know what remedy to apply. You apply the remedy just randomly, rashly, it will not work. You're getting it? So so the point is that we need to identify the defilements. So what is the nature of the defilements? This is the next question. You're getting it? So if you know the nature of defilements well, then you can, for example, say if there's the bacteria, a virus, to invent the vaccine, you have to first identify the nature of the virus. Yes. So likewise, to apply the remedies, what remedies apply, we have to identify the mental defilements. So mental defilements, we see that there are two kinds, gross and the subtle. I'll make it a little quick till 12:30. Now it's only 1 minute. Huh? No. 12:30. She's so excited. Yeah. Okay. The mental developments, to make it very quick, the mental developments, we see that, say, the mental developments, there are two kinds. One which is very gross and one which is subtle. For example, like somebody smashed garlic in my glass. Smashed garlic in my glass, and let's say that I don't take any garlic. So, you knowing that, you are so apologetic, and you remove the garlic, right? You wash it so well in running water, and there's no trace of garlic anymore. Smell it, it still smells garlic. So one is very gross. Which is easier to remove? The smell of the garlic or the solid garlic? Solid garlic is easier to be removed. So solid garlic is the metaphor for the gross defilements, and the smell of the garlic is the metaphor for the subtle defilements. The gross mental defilements are known as the afflictive obscurations. I'm rushing through. So therefore the newcomers, make sure that you make notes. You don't think that he's telling like story, right? Okay. The gross one is known as gross mental defilements are known as afflictive obscurations, and the subtle one is known as the cognitive obscurations. So the presence of these two block your true nature. Once you remove these two, then the gold inside you will glow perfectly well. So that is when you experience fearlessness and infinite happiness. Okay, so this gross defilement known as the afflictive obscurations. The presence of this blocks us from attaining fearlessness. And how many want to be fearless? Raise hands. How do we want to be fearless? How many are serious? How many serious? Okay, not just serious, in a sense. If you're very serious, then you have to remove the afflictive obscurations. If you don't have to remove the afflictive obscurations, you will never feel have the fearlessness. The fearlessness, in technical terms, is known as nirvana. In technical terms, it is known as nirvana. In secular context, it is known as fearlessness. You getting it? In secular context, it is known as fearlessness. In technically, so if you give the philosophical term to this, it is nirvana. And then what's the other one? What is the other obscuration, mental defilement? Subtle one? Cognitive obscurations. Cognitive obscurations, the presence of this stops us from attaining infinite contentment, infinite happiness, infinite ease, infinite fulfillment, right? And who wants it? Buddhist or non-Buddhist? Everyone, boys, non-boys, everyone. You're getting it? So this infinite happiness, infinite contentment, technically is referred to as Buddhahood, the full awakening, Buddhahood. Okay, good. So our job is to remove these two. To remove these two, the remedy. Okay, so before we go further on the the afflictive obscurations. Afflictive obscurations, we see that if you look at mind, what kind of obscurations are within the mind, right? Broadly speaking, two are mind, right? So how do you know that this person is very short-tempered person? How do you know that? Anyone? This person is a very short-tempered person. How do you identify that person as a short-tempered? Guess? May not be somebody else, yourself? How do you know that? Huh? Is it true or what? And how do you know the person is angry? How do you know that? I see that. How? Interacting. You interact, and then what do you see? What do you see? Yes, change it. Facial expressions, physical, like this, like this. These are all the indication of something inside. You're getting it? These are the actions. Verbally, right? Stupid. Then somebody tells you, stupid. Going to Deer Park for this what retreat? Stupid, right? You say, you stupid. It's so spontaneous, verbal, very aggressive, physical, very aggressive, mental, very aggressive. So from this we can see that person's angry now. You're getting it? So we can see these. So these are the actions. Actions. So the afflictive obscurations constitute the contaminated actions, contaminated karmas, number one. Right? So what we try to do is that I'm trying to explain things, the things, yes, ask many information, but try to that each one of us really know that, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's say that see. So you tell me what's going in my mind. You getting it? Not now. Okay, ready? When I say number 1, 2, 3, then you see what's going in my mind, right? 1, 2, 3. Tell me what's going in my mind. Huh? I'm thirsty, or I want water. So, do you see that I'm thirsty? Don't you see that? You don't really see. You don't see that I want water, but you can infer this. This is all mental phenomena. You're getting it? Mental phenomena, you can see that, but you can infer it through my physical actions. You're getting it? The first one is the action. Contaminated karmas, actions. These actions are driven by my thoughts, which are mental. So on the mental level, as the driving force, as triggers for these actions, is known as afflictions. Afflictions, you're getting it? Afflictions, the emotional states which make undesirable physical, verbal, mental actions to manifest. The mental trigger, which makes the physical, verbal, mental, undesirable actions to manifest, the mental states are known as afflictions. And if you want me to define it technically, the afflictions is a mental factor, the presence of which disturbs your mind. Let me repeat it. Affliction is a mental factor, the presence of which disturbs your mind. This is the definition of affliction. Let me repeat it. Affliction is a mental factor, the presence of which disturbs your mind. Okay, now to make sense out of this, when you are in anger, how many feel disturbed when you feel anger? Raise hands. Raise hands. When you feel anger, how many feel disturbed? Yes. So that's very obvious. When you feel angry, you feel disturbed. When you feel attachment, right? Very gross attachment, it can be very disturbing. But the subtle ones, you may feel as though like it's pleasant. Actually, it's not pleasant. There's a craving, desire. What Jitendra said, the craving there. Craving means that you are yet to get what you want. Not getting what you want is a misery. You're getting it? Not getting what you want is misery. So craving is misery. So the point is that these mental states, number one, the presence with this disturbs our mind. Number one. Number two, that they serve as, for example, say, I crave for water. This is mental phenomena. It makes my hand to go towards water. You're getting it? So this is a physical action triggered by the mental phenomena, desire to have the water. You're getting it? So what triggers these negative, the physical, verbal, mental actions are known as afflictions. The mental triggers or the mental drive. Say you are very nasty towards somebody, physically, mentally, verbally, right? You're being nasty towards others. Again, is this mental trigger inside, the anger. Anger is the mental trigger which makes these manifestations, physical, verbal, and mental, the nasty expressions to come out because of the mental trigger of anger. So these triggers, emotional triggers, which trigger the physical, verbal, mental, the destructive actions are known as the afflictions. In simple terms, afflictions are the mental factors, the presence of which disturbs your mind. Okay, so now from this what we learned is that afflictive obscurations consist of these two things, contaminated karmas and afflictions. And within the afflictions, we see that the root of the affliction is ignorance. Root of the afflictions is ignorance. Okay, let me give an example. Root of the afflictions is ignorance. This is so important. Let me give an example. Say that you are sleeping. And then in your dream, your mother came to congratulate you, happy birthday, my daughter, my son, right? And then the mother brings up, how many you like cheesecakes? Presents, right? Okay, those of us who hear this cheesecake all the time, they're bored to hear this example all the time. And those who are new, you're excited, right? Cheesecake. And the mother brings a huge cheesecake for you. It's in where? In the dream. Don't forget it. In dreams. Are you happy? Not happy? You're so happy. Right? You're so happy. Thank you, mom. The moment you say, thank you, mom, the cat jumps on the cheesecake. Right? The cheesecake toppled. And you're so angry. You chase the cat. Right? You chase the cat. And then what? Then what happens? The cat jumps over the other floor of the building, and you also jump and you fell. Right? So you go into disaster, so much of pain. So if you don't want the pain of falling, what should you do? You shouldn't jump. If you don't want to jump, what should you do? You shouldn't chase the cat. If you don't want to chase the cat, what should you do? You shouldn't let the case, they what? What? The cat will jump, right? Of the cheesecake. We cannot stop him. So you should not have attachment to the cheesecake. Right? So if you don't have the attachment to cheesecake, what should you do? To that cheesecake? Huh? The lady there? Huh? Move the cheesecake to the top. Then you cannot eat it. You cannot eat it then. Okay. Right? Is that real cheesecake or dream cheesecake? Huh? It's dream cheesecake. So if you don't want to have the attachment to that cheesecake, identify that this is not real cheesecake. This is a dream cheesecake. And how to see this as a dream cheesecake? Hey, the expert. Hey, others. This is not a philosophy. Those people who are beginners, tell me. If you don't want to see the dream cheesecake as a real cheesecake, what should you do? The girl here. Huh? Huh? Wake up from the dream. You're getting it? Okay. So, all these problems are the root is being in the dream. Seeing the dream as dream is that ignorance of this wisdom. Hey, seeing the dream as dream. No, seeing the dream as real is ignorance of wisdom. Ignorance. And outcome of this ignorance is attachment to cheesecake, anger towards the cat, right? And then your pain of falling off the building, right? All these are because of the result of the seeing the dream as real, ignorance. So ignorance is root. Seeing the dream as real, which is ignorance, is the root of all your miseries to happen. So, then how to get rid of this ignorance? Seeing the dream cheesecake as real. How to get away from this ignorance? Wake up. You're getting it? By waking up, in what way it helps to see the dream as dream. Seeing the dream as dream is wisdom or ignorance? Wisdom. And what's the outcome? All your attachment to the cheesecake, anger towards the cat, pain of falling from the building, they all stop. All your miseries stop. Okay, so with the wisdom, the outcome is your miseries stop. With the ignorance, all the miseries, you open up to all the miseries. So with this, what wise person should do what? Wise person should chase after the cat or wake up. Wake up. This is a wise person. Chasing the cat is unwise people. Or waking up, this is a wise person. So we have been dreaming. The dream, there are two kinds: conventional dream and unconventional dream. We wake up from the conventional dream every day. We wake up from the conventional dream every day. But we have never woken up from the unconventional dream. Right? How many of us have some problems in the past, in the present, even in the future? We never know that there can be more severe problem in the future. In a sense. And how many of you cannot imagine that? No problem. What's the problem? Raise hands. No problem at all. Yes, there are problems. Raise hands. Yes. So all these problems that we go through, they are in the unconventional dream. If you don't want to go through these problems, you have to wake up from not only from the conventional dream, but we have to wake up from the unconventional dream. And by the way, tell me, how many of you have woken up from unconventional dream sometimes? If you have woken up, for sure you will not come to this class. If you come to this class, if you come to this class after waking up from the unconventional dream, you came to check on me. How he's teaching. You're getting it? Whereas otherwise we come here, you come here, I come here, to learn how to wake up from this unconventional dream. We have not woken up from this dream. So our job is how to wake up from the sleep of ignorance. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhi Swahatyatha Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhi Swahatyatha Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgate Bodhi Swahatyatha